Sometimes you'll have an idea and there's only one thing you can really do, and that's start a project. Something you usually take on of your own free will and takes a lot of your time and effort and brain power and mental space. It's almost like work, but you don't get paid for it. There's lots of reasons why you would start a project car. Maybe you want to go drifting, or you want to build something to toge, or you have a real cool style and you want to show it off, or maybe you want to infuse your soul and personality into your car. Maybe you want to do something that nobody else has done, and cars are a good way to get attention. Or maybe you've always been in love with them. I don't really know why you want a project car. A project car is something that you will have a vision for, and the vehicle, the car, is the only thing that can get you there. I'm personally a motorcycle person. I mean, I love cars, don't get me wrong, but I had an old beat up RX-7 when I was younger that got stolen. And for me, it was just always more affordable and economical to have a motorcycle. So you have some vision and you want to see it come to life. The first thing you're going to want to do, decide exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So that big picture goal, then you make actions at the end of that and work yourself back. Make a plan. The plan should start with the end goal and then have actionable steps that get you to the next part of it. So for example, with this car, I had a few specific goals in mind. And although everything hasn't gone exactly as planned, you have to adapt and move in the overall direction that you're trying to go. So you have an overall large goal, and then the project car is a piece of that large goal to slowly get you there. So it's like within a large project, other projects are nested. So this project, ZZ, is nested in a much larger project. And although I've failed a few of those projects, I thought the wiring was a lot better. So I had started the car and ran it and drove it around for a few weeks. It's been dropped at one point, so it's like warped here. But the things that I want to do with this car, it has all the potential for, you know? So like, although my first attempt at joining YouTube and making a series of trying to get this trash car onto the track completely failed.
What a fail bot.
It still got me making YouTube videos and put me into a position where I wanted to be. So like I said, for me, I have a large goal, and then inside that goal are other goals nested. I haven't really been able to piece together my next few steps. You need to be tactical as well as strategical. So you have a project car that you're working on, and issues will arise and things won't go as according to plan. That's always going to happen, so you should budget that into your plan. But what you shouldn't lose track of is the overall goals and milestones that you've achieved. So if you're making progress towards your overall goal, then we can celebrate those wins, and it doesn't matter how long it's taken, and it doesn't matter what's happened. It matters where we're going and where we want to be. Now, if the end goal isn't feasible anymore, then that's fine. Every time we need to evaluate, every time we finish a chunk of our plan, we need to evaluate and decide if moving forward is the right. Might not always be. There might be another path that you can take. We get trapped in like this where we don't want to lose the investment that we've made in something. But the investments, it depends on what you're trying to do. But for me, the investments are about skills and abilities. So I've learned so much with this car, and then it's going to carry me on to my next thing, into the next project, because you're obtaining skills and abilities that are working within your network of buildable space, the things that you want to build and achieve. You have a big picture idea of what you want to accomplish with your car, and you have a plan. You want to make sure that that plan is chunked out time frames, but not for the sense of like, Oh, it has to be done by April 44th. If you can make those strict deadlines, then I do think that that's a good thing. It helps keep you moving forward. The key, for me at least, is to not beat yourself up about not meeting those deadlines. If you're not meeting the deadlines, it's because we're incorrectly evaluating our ability and how much time something will take. So I think that it is good to set like pretty hard deadlines, but then from there we have to course correct and evaluate, because life just keeps happening. It's going to throw curveballs at you, and at some point, it's how we handle the situation that matters more than the situation itself. So, the reason we do that is because we want to be realistic with our expectations so we can create goals that are meetable and we can keep moving our projects forward. Good luck on your builds, make accurate plans, keep trying to strive for the future, don't beat yourself up too much. For example, make sure your goals are aligned with your build. So if seat time is your primary goal, then focus on getting your car running the way that it needs to run, and the cosmetic ability doesn't matter. If your car's more of like stylistic and stance, then focus on those expensive parts and those things that you need. It's about you and your build. Don't let anybody else get in your head about it.